Coach, tough loss here at Pacific. Just what are some thoughts after today?
I thought we got beat from start to finish in that game. I don't have a lot of words to say. A team that can play Gonzaga to overtime, that can beat LMU on their home court, that can play as well as I thought we played collectively against Pepperdine, to come out and spot a Pacific team 20 points in the first 4 minutes before we've scored a basket, and then really never regain our footing. You always hope if you get off to a slow start, which you sometimes do on a road game, certainly, you hope that you're going to kind of find your rhythm and find your footing and be able to claw your way back into making it a competitive game. We were never able to do that. With very few exceptions out on the floor, I thought we were not ready to play. I thought Natasha was ready to play. Unfortunately fouled out early for us. I thought Candy gave us a good effort. I thought the kids that we put in for the majority of the third and the fourth quarter, some of our subs came out and played gave us a lot of good effort. But as far as a whole, that was we were not good. And as a coaching staff and as a group, we need to come back and figure out how to improve that next time.
You pulled a full line change in that first minute. Just what was the thought process behind that?
Just not ready to play. Bad turnovers. Poor defense. We just not ready to play. So, the hope in that is that you put your second group in and they're kind of fired up. They can get you some energy, and then you go back to your starters again, and they'll come back and maybe have settled down or settled in or be a little bit more engaged. But there wasn't much of a spark there.
As you mentioned, Natasha, 15 points to lead the team. Just overall, what did you see out of her before she fouled out?
I thought she was, start us off with some really very athletic steals. I mean, she really got up in the air and got a couple of great steals, got some layups, gave us a little bit of energy. And then just a couple things will happen here and there, and we're back down again. But I thought she played defensive end of the floor, and then was able to knock down some 3-point shots. One of the few players that we had that was able to actually make a basket tonight.
Obviously, a lot of bench play tonight. Sophia got 10 minutes, gave you 5 points. I think career highs for her just overall. Drew 4 fouls. Just what do you see out of her in limited action tonight?
Yeah, I thought Amy Papin and I thought Sophia, I thought Nevaeh, those three came in, gave us really good energy. I thought, Amy especially, I thought came in and played with a lot of punch, a lot of punchiness to her game, and just really good positive energy out on the floor. That's why she got to stay in. That's why that. We kind of kept that whole group in for, a good quarter and a half. I thought they were giving us some really good things and getting some valuable time on the floor.
I know 1 of 7, 0 for 4 from 3. Just, what went wrong with her tonight?
Not good. I'm not sure. I think a lot of our kids are young. I think our immaturity is showing a little bit. I think the length of the season, I think we're probably a little bit fatigued mentally and physically. I think just being able to be prepared for, a 2-hour bus ride and then a road game are things we've not done before, individually and collectively at this level. And I think the level of engagement and the level of just competitive fire and energy that you need every single night, regardless of if you're playing a first-place team or a 10th-place team or whatever, you've got to be prepared. Everybody knows what you're doing. You're scouted. We did not rise to the occasion in the way that we needed to.
Back on the road at St. Mary's on Saturday, a team you just recently played. What lessons from tonight can be used to get back in the win column?
Yeah, I mean, none of these next 3 games are all really tough games. Road games and a home game against a really good LMU team. So, we never really solved St. Mary's different kinds of zones when we played on our home floor, and we're gonna have to come out. Again, we talk about, just like after the last loss we had, the only thing we can control now is our response. Hopefully we'll be able to come and re-engage tomorrow with our scout and our practice plan, and show up in a better frame of mind, ready to play on Saturday.